shooting the shizzle.
Never heard of that.
Shooting the shit. You know, like, you know, you just sit there, you shoot the shit about stuff.
Yeah. That I heard. Shooting the shit out of guys.
Shoot the shit. Yeah. So what's you in here? What's going on, people? I guess I have my friend here, and I wanted to ask him because I actually just finished doing the discussion stream the other day about My Hero Academia and stuff. So it's kind of just topical. So I've been talking about My Hero Academia, and you've seen all of the season 4. Like,
All of the season.
so everything up until like the Endeavor Nomu fight is where he currently is. You have a pretty hot take on the whole raid arc, what you said about the mutant cure, and like I get exactly what you're saying, but people who don't know anything about X-Men were just like, whoa, this and this, and you're like, oh, I've seen it all before. But I guess I'll just let you. How do you feel about My Hero?
I mean, I like it. It's one of those things where it's like, a lot of what they do, I think, it's nothing new. You've seen it before. If you're affiliated with at all with superhero stuff,
A little bit of
it's nothing new.
They're typing on the keyboard right now.
I'm sure they are, or whatever. But I'm just saying, if you're knowledgeable in any type of superhero media, it's nothing new. It's just, I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean it's not good.
Right.
I mean, just look at Horizon Zero Dawn, for example.
Okay.
That game did nothing new.
Nothing.
But
really. It was
it
like
copied
Metal
from a
Gear
lot of-
and a Jurassic Park and like.
It copied from a lot of different games, but even with that being said,
It was
it
its own
still
creation?
finds its own identity.
It was
Yes.
his own creation at the end of the day.
Right.
You can see the clear inspiration in these things.
Yeah, you do.
Like, and a lot of times I look at My Hero, I was like, twice, Deadpool, Toga, Mystique. You know, it's just like,
Right.
it's just like, it's so like, and it's just, but not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I consider Toga like some kind of weird Mystique Harley Quinn type fucking,
Yes.
like, yeah, but you can clearly see the inspiration in the
Yes.
characters.
You can clearly
All
see
the
it.
Star Wars references are just as obvious.
Yes.
You can see it. Deku is like a more whiny version of Spider-Man to me, but he kind of has that inspiration. You can see it in him.
Kind of Spider-Man, kind of Billy Batson, you know?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, kind of Shazamish in a sense, but that's neither here nor there. As a whole, though, I don't think My Hero is badly written.
No.
I don't think My Hero is even bad to say. I think it's really good, but like a lot of people speak about My Hero like it's the second coming of manga and storytelling.
Oh,
Do
no.
you share that? No, it's.
I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's like the end all be all, like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, I don't think that's the case either. It's good. I don't know about the greatest. I don't think we've reached the greatest yet. That remains to be seen. You know, everyone kind of just has their favorites. I mean, it's the hype one right now, but even then, it's like, did Demon Slayer take that away from?
You know, and
My Hero, I don't know.
Here's the thing. I have some pretty hot takes people say because, like, when it comes to battle anime and manga, you know, My Hero is one of my least favorites. But, like, a lot of the reasons why people praise it is almost never for the battle aspects of it. And I don't think the fighting in My Hero is necessary.
Speeches.
It's the speeches. Here's why I like My Hero. I like My Hero for, like, you know, a lot of the inspiration and stuff is cool. I feel like the anime does it a lot better and stuff. Like, some of the characters I don't give a shit about for, but for the characters I do like, I like when they hit those emotional beats. Like, I really fuck with Red White and you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think the Fat Gum, Sun Eater stuff was cool, etc. like that. But, like, as a whole, I think as an action manga, it's pretty subpar. I think the fights are too quick. I don't think they're that long. I think, you know, it's just... It's a hard thing to explain. Well, not necessarily a hard thing to explain. It's just like, I've seen better fighting, you know.
They use the fighting sparingly. They use the fighting for like emotional like impact.
Well, not only that, well, the fighting is also trickery. If you paid attention to, I've sat here and I've paid attention to this. The fights in My Hero Academia, no matter how long they seem, are relatively short. It would be over if somebody get hit about 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean?
There's no like 50 episodes of just a fight.
Yeah, just a fight. It's not that high octane Yu Yu Hakusho type, just back and forth fighting. It's like
even the tournament didn't even last that long. The one for the
and that's something about it I'm not the biggest fan of. The fighting in My Hero, I don't think it's the greatest, and like the anime is such a trick because it's like the two characters will probably be talking, and then they'll engage in a little bit of fighting, and then there'll be like a lot of backstory, and then the fight will have a cliffhanger at the end of the episode, and then end at the beginning of the next episode or whatever. You know, it's just like, but when you if you cut out all the filler, like you go on YouTube, type in Deku versus Todoroki,
just
full fight, no
not
filler.
the-
It's like a 4-minute video. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. Like, because the fights in My Hero aren't long. They're deceptively edited to make it seem like they're longer than they are.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's like if you take Deku and Muscular. Bro, Muscular hit Deku like 2 or 3 times, then Deku punched him once, and that is the fight. That's the whole
Pretty
fight.
much.
Now, it's a good moment for Deku as a character for protecting the kid, but the fight sucks. Right, the fight sucks. There's no Dragon Ball, there's no One Piece, there's no Yu Yu Hakusho, it's none of these things. But that to me that doesn't make My Hero bad, because my favorite anime to this day, and I'll say this in front of you, is Clannad. Clannad is my favorite. I think Clannad is a masterpiece. I think it's 10 out of 10. It's the only anime I would say is 10 out of 10. It's the only story I would say is 10 out of 10. It has no fight. It's like, you know,
barely.
Sunohara.
I would not say it's a fighting anime.
It's not a fighting anime at all.
It's a slice of life.
It's a complete slice of life, but it's to me it's a masterpiece. So
the story.
I am a battle junkie. I am an action junkie, but like I don't. That doesn't make something great to me. It's just what I feel like seeing at the time. And I feel like My Hero doesn't deliver on that. How would you feel about My Hero in terms of being a battle manga?
It's same. It's like they use the fights very sparingly. They don't stretch out the fights, and I get it. Maybe that's just because they don't do like 50 episode seasons or.
Well, also the characters
running.
are really really normal. They get shot or stabbed, they're pretty much done. You know.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of like us in a sense, or like an Avatar.
They have powers, but they're not like superhuman where they just power through everything.
Yeah, punching right. Like they get hit, they get hard, they're gonna go down and stay down. It's not like in Bleach where Ichigo got cut from his neck to his waist and didn't die for some reason. You know, he's a 15-year-old boy. He got cut from his Byakuya cut it from his neck to his waist. Giant blood just busting out of his chest. Zoro got cut in half by Mihawk. He's still alive.
That wasn't even the worst thing for Zoro. It was the one with Kuma when he took Luffy's pain, and he took that shit.
What about the Mr. One fight when he got crushed under a building and sliced up? It's stuff like that. Right. That doesn't happen in My Hero. They're not that ridiculously anime superhuman. They're like normal people. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you stab Ochoko in the arm, like you just fucked her arm up permanently, probably. You know what I mean? Like, so. That's probably why I don't really like the Fighting My Hero too much.
They're more grounded. They're superpowered people, but they're grounded.
Grounded, superpowered people.
Grounded, superpowered people.
I think My Hero excellently develops his characters.
Oh yeah,
I think that's as strong as suit. But for a battle manga, character development shouldn't be. Take Dragon Ball. How good is Dragon Ball's character development outside of Vegeta and Piccolo?
Especially with like some people, they've never seen the original Dragon Ball. They've only stuck with Z, and if you just go with just Z. There's no development. There's little to no development. The only one I would say probably had the most development probably be Gohan.
But does something so surface level distract you from enjoying Dragon Ball?
No.
No, right. Even with Super, it was just like day-to-day comedy stuff.
It's one of those things where, it's the day-to-day comedy and then just like the characters, the atmosphere. I don't know. It's like Dragon Ball is not the best written show, but I still love it.
It's like the best written show, you still love it. Now, we can all agree My Hero is extremely well written, but let we go to the whole Chisaki saga. I love your opinion of this arc. I think it's to me it's like the Water 7 of My Hero Academia, but you said not quite.
No.
Not quite. Okay, would you?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the hype. I'm not buying into that hype. They say it's like the best part of My Hero. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's yet to be seen. I don't know. Shit.
Is there a portion? Do you like the Endeavor section afterwards more than that one? I really like that section.
I kind of do, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the Endeavor section a lot more.
I don't know.
That's what My Hero.
Maybe it's just like because Endeavor is like we just kind of came off as a jerk, just like I'm in All Might Shadow, but I'm in I'm number 2, but I want to be number 1, but I don't have all the special abilities that he does.
As far as the whole Yakuza raid arc, what would you, if you had to summarize it in a couple of sentences? I guess how did you feel about it?
Short and sweet and to the point. I don't know.
Well, I was talking about how you said it reminds you of the Mutant Cure.
The Mutant Cure story from X-Men. It's weird because they got the cure or whatever, but then when you actually find out what Erie's powers are, it's something else entirely. It's like she reverses time or some shit in your body. It's like, how do you get a cure from that?
I think
I feel like they're just reaching.
Aries' power is supposed to be so quasi-quantumly manipulative that she can edit things as aspects. So she can edit your body and put it back to the point, reverse it to the point before you had a quirk without de-aging you. She's basically it's so metaphysical. It almost doesn't make sense. But it's the same thing where if you take it to not a problem, but if you take it to if let's say it's a branch to One Piece for a second, like how when someone has a devil fruit, like Kuma's paws are so soft they can reflect anything. It's that level of absurdity. But the only thing is, my heroes never reached that level of absurdity. You know, like what Khalifa said, "Oh, my soap is so clean, I can wash away anything, even the stamina from your muscles." And it's like, okay, whatever. It's fucking One Piece. I get it. You know, Luffy gets small and his hat shrinks with him or whatever. You know, like fuck it. But my heroes never.
Again, it's got grounded.
Yeah. So
it's like they kind of explain their stuff, but at the same time they have to be like some type of like, you know, suspension of disbelief.
To take Ares' power into consideration, most certainly.
Right.
It's almost basically saying reacting reality.
But see, why do we just we just kind of roll with it for Erie, but La Brava, you just
La Brava's quirk is literally
you just don't dislike La Brava.
It's literally the power of friendship and all that other shit. It's literally that.
Anime's Ex Machina.
It's literally in the form of a quirk. In the form of a quirk, it's just that.
My power is Ex Machina. Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
There's no love for La Brava. Even with her backstory, like I don't care.
What was that you were saying? We were talking about the whole Deku and Bakugo thing, about how like I absolutely hate the fact that Bakugo's never apologized to Deku. Deku has never demanded an apology. You know, it's along that level. Just I feel like there's a initial disrespect that they never got over.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you say you like Deku, but you don't like Izuku.
Yeah.
Midoriya.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because he's like, because he never got, I guess, what the Bakugo.
Like Bakugo's a different person now, but he never apologized for the bullying.
No, he never did.
Never demanded.
That's not in his personality to do so. He is not. He's one of those people who does not apologize for stuff, and I can respect that, you know.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like I wouldn't look down like on Midoriya just because he never demanded an apology, even when he toughened up or whatever. Even when he didn't have the quirk, he would still stand up to him. He'd lose, but he'd still stand up to him. But again, he never demanded an apology. He never, like, you know, I guess excused himself or something. I don't know. But I think just Midoriya is that type of person. He always looks for the good in people.
Mm.
Even with like most recently with the what's his name?
Gentle.
Yeah.
He was trying to understand him.
He was trying to understand him, right? And it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna just put you down immediately. He was trying to like talk him down, like, don't do this. And he was like, oh, you know, I have to do this for I'm putting on the show. I have to show off my skills or something like that. And Deku was like, no.
But Deku has this weird quality where it's almost like he seeks to like help and redeem everybody.
But that's just that's like a Superman thing.
Right.
You know, you just look for the best in people. You always try to help everybody out, even if they don't like you.
But I don't think Clark Kent's a pushover, though. I don't think Clark Kent's
yeah, he kind of is, especially when he's like around Lex Luthor interviewing. And, oh, excuse me, Mr. Luthor. Oh, we'll drop my notebook, you know. And he's like, oh, this fool clearly can't be Superman, you know. There's no way this fool is. And it's like Luthor has discovered this like a bunch of times, right? He's like
he just refuses to
believe it. It's just part of like his personality. Clark Kent just like stumbles around or whatever. You know, it's one of those things where he kind of what's it called? Hunches.
Yeah.
Kind of hunches over again. You know, kind of looks down. And then Superman, you know, shoulders back, chin up. You know, that's just how he is. It's like. Posture is everything.
Posture is everything. It gives you a whole persona.
Right, and it is same thing with like with like Deku and Midoriya. Like when he puts on the costume, he's not over here like nervous and shit. Because he can't be nervous.
No, because he has to be Deku.
He has to be Deku. He has to be the hero, and that's the thing. Because when he's like,
that's why he has a smile on his mask.
That's
what I said. I like the hero Deku, but Midoriya, I don't know. He has until. I wouldn't sit down. I wouldn't have a conversation with Katsuki. I wouldn't refer to him as fucking Kachan. No, I would not.
Kachan. And that's the thing. You know, he grew up with him. He knows him personally. He knows his mannerisms, and he knows that, you know, I guess a lot of it is he doesn't mean what he says, or especially when they were kids, he would just do it just to impress his other friends. You know, like, I've known you since you were a kid. We both grew up together. Like, I know, you know, your secrets or some shit. I don't know. You're not gonna talk down to me,
right?
Even if you got a quirk before I did,
or whatever.
He's calling us bluff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can punch me around or whatever, but like, I'm not gonna look down on you because you're my friend, even if you don't like me to be. Because, you know, like I said, he had his quirk before. Oh, and he thought he was, you know, pretty hot shit. Deku never got his, And even still, he would just be like, "Oh, I'm better than you. I'm gonna call you Deku." Supposed to be like idiot, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like loser, but if
Yeah.
you rework it, it means like you can do it.
Right. So, exactly. So it's like, even with that being said, he never lost his hope or his like optimism. Optimism is the word
Right.
for Midoriya.
He's a good soul, basically.
He's a good soul, and he always looks for the good in people. I'm telling you, it's just like even when he's like Deku, he's always looking for the good in people. Even with like civilians or whatever, he always wants to help the civilians before he even fights the bad guy.
Before he even fights the bad guy.
And sometimes you have to fight the bad guy to even save the civilians. It's just something you have to do.
Someone told me one time, this wasn't you, but I forgot. It was actually a comment I saw. This is when they said like it's not logical to say you like a hero or dislike the alter ego or like the personality but dislike the hero. No, that's perfectly logical. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Like it's simple to say. It's I feel for Bruce Wayne, but I do not like the way Batman behaves sometimes.
Oh, he's just very brutal with his.
No, it's just like I understand. Like it's his refusal to. Like I think Jason Todd is right. I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna say just like the mission. You know, he could be broken.
Also shit like that. As Batman, he could be so broken, so beaten, so defeated, but just not quit.
Stay in bed.
Yeah, and he just won't quit, and it's just shit like that can get annoying. You know, and it's like, or like. You know,
it's funny. There was actually a recent episode of the Harley Quinn show. I know you don't really like it, but there was an episode dedicated to Batman, and it was like the last season. He got captured by Joker or whatever. The tower blew up, Joker disappeared, and Batman was missing. But then I guess Alfred found Batman. He was all beaten and crap, and it's been like months later. Gotham City's in destruction, and all the villains were taken over, and like. He's trying to get back out there, and Alfred's like, "No, sir, you have to rest." And it was kind of funny because he came up to Gordon. He was at the top of the GCPD. He was sitting on a chair because his legs are just like damaged or whatever. And it was just funny to see. He's like the light, the bat signal, and he's like running up there. He's like, "Batman, you're here!" And he's like, "Hey, Jim." And then he's just like, "You're just sitting on a chair." He's like, "Why are you sitting on a chair?" He's like, "I want to." It was just weird to see because he's in costume, but he wasn't gonna fight.
He's in costume. Okay, all right, we can end this here. Nice little chat, huh? Any final thoughts you could just, I guess, wrap up? Just all your feelings on My Hero.
Well, yeah, and I'm gonna keep watching My Hero. It still has its moments. Granted, the fights could be better, but. I'm still enjoying it. I haven't lost interest at all.
No. I don't think it's bad at all.
I feel like it still hasn't reached its peak.
You think it can only get better?
It could only get better. Oh. It just depends if if the I wouldn't say toxic, but the My Hero Academia fandom definitely has some bad eggs. They need to leave Horikoshi alone. Let him work.
Oh yeah, man. Well, 18 minutes. That's a pretty good chat. We'll just wrap it up here. Take it easy, guys. Hell Hydra. Yeah,